Our next presenter is Corey Hollister, CEO of American Cannabis Company, Incorporated.
First, everyone, I want to thank Derwin and Cannabis Investor Magazine for having us on today. It's a pleasure to be here. American Cannabis Company trades under the symbol AMMJ, and we were founded in 2013, a full solution provider for the industry. So we operate in both the consulting side of the business as well as the products, and in that product category we have both in-house products that we manufacture and really look for opportunities within the space, and as well as third-party products that we resell. The company's reputation really was established around going into these emerging markets, taking down merit-based state application processes, limited licenses versus what we saw here in Colorado, and we've had a tremendous success in doing that. So we've secured licenses for clients in Connecticut, Mass, Illinois, Minnesota, Las Vegas, Nevada, Washington, Colorado, and Florida, and continue to do this. And really, one of the things that separates us as a company is our ability to take a client from concept all the way through to operation. And as a demonstration of that, I'd like to go ahead and bring you guys over to a video. So this is a facility that was recently completed in Las Vegas, and really what we would deem as the next generation of indoor cannabis consulting. So I'll let a couple of these slides roll by here and then come back to talk about them in a little bit more detail. But really, as a company, when we're moving into these facilities, we're looking at the sustainability and the longevity of these operations. And one of the things, we started, I'm actually going to hit pause there for a second. A few slides kind of rolled back there. So a couple of the items you saw called out were power consumption. So LED lighting is one of the things that we have moved to for these next-gen facilities, specifically also because of the vertical gain strategies that we're looking to optimize. We'll see in there nutrient management, and I'm going to go into this in more detail specifically around our SoHum Living Soil, which is an in-house product that we manufacture and really is a solution designed for where the market is heading with this heavy consumer testing. Space utilization. As we get into these facilities, I think people obviously have realized we need to start going vertical. We've also began to understand how we can regain some of that horizontal loss as well. And workflow, just how are we ensuring that this is an efficient operation, there's no chokeholds in the production system, and everything is specified properly to keep a perpetual harvest in operation. On this slide, you'll just see security, and I'll let this flip one more slide, and biosecurity. So this is an air shower. We operate these facilities on a clean zone, dirty zone protocol, and starting to really try to strive towards these standards such as, different GMP, ISO, the types of regulatory frameworks that operators are going to need to be operating on in order to continue down the evolution of this space. So here you're seeing a horizontal rack, and I'm just going to let this play through a little bit. And this is during construction. And now here we can see, okay, this is what it looks like with this collapsible racking system. One of the other items I'm calling out here is our capillary feeding system. So often technology and technological solutions are really top of mind for clients, and they're looking how to optimize their opportunities in here. But one of the things I like to point out is that they don't necessarily always need to be expensive or complex. This is a gravity-fed capillary feeding system that eliminates hand watering, but also has another major benefit in that it eliminates the stress of over and under watering, which is a major stress variable Stress to plants leads to unhealthy plants, which leads to increased risk of outbreak and the potential for a crop loss. So many of the components here have a holistic view of what's going on in the operations. We also, with our soil, this really delivered an ideal solution for optimizing yields. Again, here we're coming back to what we call the high-density cultivation system. So you can see that not only are we going up, but we have these on tracks so that they can be collapsed, similar to library shelving. Here I'll pause real quickly. Again, as you're getting into the industrialization of this space, what you're looking at here is a trim room. There's some things that we do specifically to eliminate some of the dirtier components of the process, minimize some of the noise impact of the process. Some of these machines can be very loud, similar to running a lawnmower indoors. So not only do we look at how is this working, can we make all of the production and supply chain requirements that we need to meet, but also what is going on here for the staff and the laborers, and are we creating a good working environment? A couple of these next slides are going to really continue to just demonstrate where this industry is headed. So that's an extraction lab. This is an infused products kitchen, commercial kitchen, and often not what many people have in their minds when they think of a cannabis cultivation facility. So quickly, I'll bring you over to another of our products, and this is our SoHum Living Soil. And I'll let this one go ahead and play in the background. So what we have here, this product is a super soil, meaning that it has all of the nutrients in it required for the plant to reach completion, and also it's a living soil. So you see here the bacteria and fungi called out. So often what we are doing here, or what we are doing here, is replicating Mother Nature, and we are striving to achieve genetic optimization for the plant. We want this plant to be all it can be. We don't want it to fight to eat with a neighbor or have a macro or nutrient that it doesn't have. So it has a full buffet for the plant, also avoiding some of the other risk components that you can see with what we would term a cash cropping methodology. So as the industry progresses and consumer testing is the norm in all of the new states that are launching, are coming out with their consumer testing programs. Give me one sec as I just move off of this. And the soil, a number of benefits. So we're reducing risk on contamination by increasing the plant's natural immunity, also reducing risk of operator error. Operator error is a major challenge in this space, and a bad mix on a nutrient batch could be a crop loss or a significant impact to an operator. So, one, we're removing the human error, and then two, we're allowing the plant to determine what it needs and achieve its genetic optimization and producing clean medicine. When we're now extracting and concentrating these products down for at-risk populations, especially children, the ethics and the production methodologies, we feel we really want to elevate these and strive for the best practices to produce the cleanest, healthiest medicine we can for clients, and that is the soil. So just to encapsulate what we kind of went through there, you'll see as we began not only to work with clients where there was a large knowledge vacuum in terms of how to establish operations in these new markets, but also really how are we optimizing these facility build-outs and being able to take that client through from conception, strategy development, into and through the application process, into the build-out, and then subsequently into operations. And we did focus here heavily on the cultivation side. Again, we are working with vertically integrated operators and deploying their dispensaries, as well as assisting on their infused products operations. So a full service suite and looking to meet the needs of clients both entering the space as well as clients that are maturing in operations. And then, Derwin, I would turn it back to Q&A, good sir.
First question, could you give us a revenue breakdown, percentage of bids in consulting clients, products manufacturing in-house, and third-party selling?
I do not have that readily available. I would refer you to the 10K, obviously, to see what is represented there in terms of the products and consulting breakdown. You know, some of this is cyclical in terms of where are these clients in their life cycle. You know, when we have a high number of states coming online, you'll see a spike in those consulting revenues, and then as these clients progress into build out and operation, then you're going to see a spike in those product revenues. But really, as a core strategy to the company, we're looking to add additional legs to the stool that don't necessarily have to be in that life cycle. And the SoHum Living Soil is a product that, you know, we view one can be targeted to any mature operator and also has the potential to go into additional verticals. It's a very strong solution for the locavore and the veggie markets that we're seeing really take off. And then we have additional products that, you know, meet needs in the marketplace, such as the satchel, our exit bagging, and this was an opportunity we saw where there wasn't a great solution to come in and provide a better solution for the market.
Okay, next question. How does your consulting revenue model work?
So, you know, the consulting model is broken down into stages. So typically a standard client in a merit-based market that's going to go from inception all the way through to operation. They're going to begin with a planning phase where we're working on their business plan and pro forma and strategy, site locations. Then we're going to transition into that application. At this point, we're bringing the client's vision together and really tailoring their vision in line with what the state requirements are, you know, gaining a deep understanding of that regulatory framework. From here, we'll transition into the design and construction phase, and then the deployment of operations, where we are going in and helping recruit, train, and implement the SOPs, the operating procedures and workflow into an ongoing monitoring. So looking at your KPIs, understanding, are you guys you know, adhering to the SOPs, are we getting slippage, and what corrective actions may potentially need to be implemented, or what's our continuous improvement plan if we're hitting our KPIs and you know, looking to continually drive growth.
Next question. What is your turnaround time for delivering of your high-density cultivation systems?
The high-density cultivation is, you know, really based on, it's going to be a facility dependent. So, you know, are we building out one 2,000 square foot room, or are we building out 10 2,000 square foot rooms? So, you know, that, you know, a lot, you know, can be, is readily available. One of the things we try to do is, hey, let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's look at other verticals and spaces and understand what solutions they're using that can be brought into here, so we're not into a custom manufacturing situation. But you know, we are right in line with, you know, what it takes to build these facilities on their timeline. So as quick as they're getting walls up, we're getting racks up.
Next question. Average contract value, consulting contract value. So I guess they're asking the question, you know, with your consulting contracts, you know, what's the average dollar amount for those contracts?
That would be something that I just would not disclose.
All right, next question. Do you have any new products in the pipeline that you can speak about?
Uh, Nothing that I would speak about, but really I would bring your attention back to the SoHum soil. The company has spent a significant amount of time in R&D on this product. We originally, my founding partner and myself, Ellis Smith, were owners and operators of a vertically integrated facility here in Colorado. We were using the soil on a commercial scale at that time, and when we got into the consulting company, really began to work to refine that. One of the big challenges of super soils, just add water solutions, was the duration. The soils would not be able to carry the cannabis plant through to harvest, and really through our efforts in R&D have found a way to overcome that barrier, and now coming to market with what we feel is a next gen and very disruptive solution for the next phase of the cannabis space. And then in line with that, also the high density cultivation system. Anybody looking to build an indoor and wants to achieve a phytopharmaceutical approach really needs to be able to optimize their space utilization, and we feel really strongly about this solution in terms of functionality and not doing anything disruptive to the plants and optimizing that space.
Next question, Corey. How many consulting clients do you have? How many products do you manufacture? And how many third-party products do you have?
So I wouldn't divulge the number of consulting clients. Products that we offer, the SoHum Living Soil, the Satchel. We also have a product, DabWorks, which is a wall decal. This is a solution both targeted to the consumers, so one of our first forays into starting to do some direct-to-consumer, but also really a B2B for the point of sale. One of the big challenges for retailers is all of the third parties that are trying to get their point of sale displays into a limited shelf space, and these decals providing a high value way to really capture the consumer's attention but limit the amount of space that we're taking up within a facility.
Next question. It seems the vertical fixtures are 5 or 6 feet high. Is this standard, or can you get more levels more closely spaced? This would obviously affect an operator's overall production capacity.
So you are going to have distance requirements based on the lighting technology that you're using. If you get too close to the canopy with certain lights, you'll get bleaching and negative impacts on the plant. Other lights can get closer. However, you also have to look at whether the lights are wet location and you can go vertical with them. So some of your more traditional bulbs are not and do not permit going vertical in that nature. And then there is a factor of required distance from the canopy.
Next question. What percentage of the market of potential growers do you want to capture in the next 5 years?
Well, it's it's a hard we obviously all want to have a lion's share in this space, and this is what we're actively chasing for. I think we're still really in witnessing how this thing's unfolding, and each market has its own set of challenges and successes and failures, and new markets are getting to come back and view this. So, I think we're also going to see, a divergence here between the medicinal pharmaceutical side of the industry and the recreational side of the industry. Obviously, we feel we have solutions that should be adopted by every operator within this space if you want to produce a high-quality, ethical medicine at a reduced cost, how far we penetrate, that'll be what we're heavily focused on.
In Nevada, why did you go with the HDCS to grow rather than your own pod system?
So the pods, which was really our first attempt at getting vertical gain. So I'd say the HDCS is something that we designed as well, and we were in design and development. As we got into some of these bigger builds and the clients were looking at the long-term operations of these, we presented them with, some alternative solutions on how to get that vertical capture. The cultivation cube is a tremendous solution for speed to market. And what we're finding is that in many of these cases, it's a hybrid solution, is that the cultivation cube is going to allow you, if you can, now there's a lot of market variables, establish a temporary CO to go ahead and get your production going while you work on a large-scale build-out. But for other clients, who perhaps don't want to TI a building and put the investment there, the cultivation cube is still an attractive solution.
And I don't know if you can answer this next question, but we'll give it a try, Corey. Revenues are increasing nicely. When do you expect to be profitable?
So I cannot answer that, but I can say, the company feels well positioned in terms of the execution, our track record of being successful in these markets, our track record of executing on these build-outs and deployment of these operations, as well as the products that we've brought to market that are now primed for a heavy sales and marketing phase. So, we will be continuing to push hard on the business and position ourselves for success.
You mentioned a while ago about trying to uplist to NASDAQ. Do you have any time frame on when this will occur?
I don't have a time frame, and I think there's a number of things there in terms of requirements that, I don't think many, if any, of the companies in the PubCo cannabis sector qualify for yet, but we do feel that if we continue to focus on the business and its success, that we will be positioned to do that.
How does prolonged legislation impact your business in the short term and in the long term?
So, the legislative process, is challenging in terms of, perhaps more challenging for us previously, as we had very limited number of markets coming on and getting into operation. And now as we start to enter into the next phase of this space and we have mature markets, and the company has been developing products and services to meet the needs of those mature markets, we do feel we'll mitigate that. In addition to that, Canada is very active right now, and we see large opportunities up in that market, as well as other countries that are starting to look at adopting programs and entering into the medical space at this time. So, we began here in the States, but I think we're very quickly going to start to tip over into an international phase of this and see, accelerated pace occurring here at the state level.
Next question. What are some hurdles for American Cannabis Company?
Well, I think you guys just, kind of hit on one previously, in that traditionally consulting revenues can be lumpy, and that's always a challenge for any operator, and that's why, we've looked to add additional legs to the stool, as well as identify what are those services that ongoing operators are going to need, and as well so that we're providing a full solution set that it's, hey, if you're just beginning and you don't know anything about this space, or you've been operating for 4 years and now new testing requirements are coming down and you had a crop failure and you need to understand how to get your production on target, we're putting ourselves in a position to be able to meet those needs.
And the next question, any comment on Dutchess selling the stock recently? Have you spoke to Doug about it? Also, you should be applauded for the great job you and your team have done for keeping the share structure basically flat since reverse merger while increasing revenues and building a great business model for the future. So,
Yeah. So I will say thank you for the nice comment and appreciate it. No comment as far as Duchess beyond what's in the 10K in the subsequent events, and those are there to be viewed.
The SoHum Living Soil, is that manufactured in-house or is that a third-party project?
That is manufactured in-house, and then we have some partners right now. We have one identified in Canada that we would term as a co-packer. So really in that market, it had to do with the challenges of moving some of the amendments and what was going on with the recipe, although we've since updated that. But we do feel that Canada market is a big opportunity, so we want to be able to service that in a more direct. Currently, we are servicing the U.S. market in-house.
Next question. Will you be at the show in Orlando next week?
I will not be down there. My partner and some of the other team members are down there. I think on that one, we will not be exhibiting. We will definitely be at the Vegas show in the fall, but we will be at the event.
Okay, so this is sort of a long question. What type of building do you feel your systems work best in? I am asking about real estate or possible construction that we might best invest into use your systems. What sites have put your systems in? Wait, let me see. What sites have put your systems in and have been the most efficient, well-suited?
So, you know, there's a number of variables that are going to play into this. You know, if you're looking at a ground-up build and you know, getting to specify everything how you want it, you know, that's a very unique situation. The majority of these, we are retrofitting these facilities, so we are trying to optimize what the client has. And that's where, you know, we really try to be solution agnostic, you know, as in terms of consultants. So, you know, from the shipping container cultivation cube to greenhouse build out to something termed roll top benches, which is a way to get that horizontal gain but not vertical gain. Some clients will have very low ceilings and cannot get that vertical capture, to the horizontal racking. So it's based on an evaluation of, you know, what is this building, what are our opportunities within this facility, and what's the best solution to optimize this facility. You know, again, if we're talking about ground up build, then you're getting your pick of the litter there.
And that question from Tracy, I guess she's a potential client, so you could call Terry, I guess, at the number below, the number on your screen. Okay.
Absolutely. Look forward to speaking with you, Tracy.
The next question, how many patents does American Cannabis Company currently have, and how many are pending?
We currently have one patent issued on the satchel. So I'd say the company is very active in its trademark and IP protections in general, and one patent on the satchel has been issued.
Next question, what does American Cannabis Company see as the next catalyst for the company?
So I mean, I think you've heard me, you know, really, you know, discussing the soil. One of the other areas that, you know, we see is our ability to continue to design and develop commercial industrial solutions for this space. So you know, the indoor manufacturing, agriculture, really the combination of these two concepts at the scale and level we're doing it, you know, there are new solutions that are going to be required, and you know, really intend to continue to look for what areas of opportunity are there for us to bring those solutions to market.
Okay, next question. Do you have any competitors, and what separates you from those competitors?
So, because our model is, really a full solution model, we'll have competitors at different components. So we'll have people who compete with us on the application component. We'll have competitors that compete with us on the nutrient management component, competitors that compete with us on the equipment. In terms of other companies out there that are maybe as complete as us, I would argue potentially no. But absolutely, there's significant competition in this space at all phases. One of the fastest growing sectors, and the attention and money that is coming in here is a hyper-competitive environment.
Next question. Any other businesses that you see are attractive and you would like to add to your revenue stream?
So, I think the company is always looking down the road to evaluate, what are the best pathways to growth, and, M&A is always on the table. Really a lot of some of the other companies are, in their incubation phase are just getting started, and we are looking at how to meet the needs of these mature operations, either through being able to provide these services in-house through hiring and replicating them, or if something was novel and a significant opportunity, we would explore M&A.
Next question, Corey. How large is your sales team?
It's probably not one I would disclose, but I would say that we have a combination of both in-house sales and field sales reps on specific product categories.
And I think that was the last question. Any last comments regarding American Cannabis Company, Corey?
I would just say, Derwin, thank you very much for having us on today. It's been a pleasure to be able to present to your audience and show them a little closer look at American Cannabis Company, and what we're doing, how we're approaching the market. We see ourselves as stewards of the cannabis space and wanting to bring this continually forward with best practice in an ethical manner, and look forward to continuing to do that, and appreciate the time today.
Well, we really appreciate your presentation, Corey, and maybe in 3-4 months you can come back and give us an update.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot, Corey.
All right, thank you.